In this video, I'll talk to you guys about Magnet Warrior's post-burst protocol. This is one of the most exciting ideas Konami's retrained in a long time. This card can special from hand by sending 2 from deck to grave. That's already super broken. This is a deck that wins with the most simplest boss monsters because Naturia Beast feels like an FTK toxic card. So I think this deck has a million options. I've got some duels for you guys, replays and combos. Stick around, we'll do an in-depth deck profile at the end and explanation. Get ready for Dark Magician and my Vanadium White Forest Assault Mode videos coming after this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. In this first replay, we're actually playing against Yummy, and I just noticed their name Snatchy to 3, so RIP Yummy Snatchy. I actually don't know if Yummy is playable again, but we're not talking about Yummy today. We're going to be talking about Linear Magnum and the whole Magnet Warrior power creep retrain, whatever you want to call it. But I'm just saying right now, these cards, these aesthetics are some of my favorite in a long time. If you've ever played or built Gundam, this one kind of reminds me of Gun Tank and Gun Cannon. So yeah, it's really fun for me to just play these cards and hopefully collect them as well. I know the rarities were just announced and these guys are like low rarities, which is great. But here we go, right? Magnet Warrior Plus, you have minus as well. While you control Earth, your opponent's monsters that can attack must attack. If this card is sent to the graveyard, target low 4 lower magnet in your grave. You can add it to your hand or specially. And we'll cover Magnet Warrior minus later, but let's talk about Linear Magnum. This card is incredible. It can send Magnet Warriors from deck to graveyard and specially as a summon requirement. So it doesn't have a cost, it doesn't have an effect, and I think that is actually really broken. You can send from hand, deck or face up field, so you really have a lot of flexibility. If this card is popped, it can add itself back to hand for next turn, and it can increase its attack by targeting another Earth and gaining half of it. This card basically is our 1-card starter, and what you're seeing here is our engine coming to life, right? This is the kind of 1-card Magnet Warrior engine. And just before we move forward, there is Magnet Warrior minus. This card can reveal itself, fusion summon from extract using rocks from hand or field, including this card. If this is normal or special, you can send a level 8 Magnet Warrior from deck to grave. So one theme of this deck is Naturia Beast is basically a save the president style deck. You want to protect Naturia Beast as much as possible. It's one of our main win conditions, and it's really easy to win if Nat Beast is on the field. Magnet Warrior Omega Plus. This one is cool because if it's in hand or grave, destroy a rock in hand or field. Special this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Now this is level 4, so you can make Gallant Granite and dodge that banish requirement. Quick effect, tribute this and target face up monster on the field and Book of Munich. And I didn't mention, but Duoterion is just a consistency card because the new bonding spell it has bonding in its name. Plasma Magnum Conduction Knight. I wish I could get this as a giant card. That would be amazing. All face up monsters on the field become Earth, and then if this is fusion summon, you can add any of the magnet spell cards from deck to hand, and then you can send a level 8 Magnet Warrior from deck to grave and do a normal summon for a level 4 lower Magnet Warrior. You might be wondering, wow, there's so many Magnet Warriors, I'm sure the hand gets clogged. Not really, because we have cards like minus to use them, and we have ways to normal summon them with Plasma Magnum. You can summon this by banishing a Magnet Warrior Plus and minus from hand, monster zone or graveyard. If the opponent activates a card or effect, you can pop a monster they have, but if you're targeted an Earth, you can actually steal it. Also on the opponent's turn, you can tribute this and special 2 of your banished Magnet Warrior Sigma monsters. Like, these new cards really change everything about the way Magnet Warriors is played. We get a special one from deck, which is Epsilon. This is an old one, and we have a Delta in the grave. So you're really seeing all of the Magnet Warriors come to life basically. The best thing about this deck, by the way, it doesn't lock you in too much. So you really have full flexibility to do whatever you want, summon whatever you want, and win the game. So I'm not going to talk too much more. Let's just play this one out. There is a Gallant Granite on the field. We got to pop the Linear, which then goes to hand. So it's really efficient. There's the IP Masquerena. There's the Adamantipator Researcher. This is like another broken aspect of this deck. You can special it and then special rocks from the top of your deck, and then just go for a Naturia Beast. Now, I'm gonna like slowly let you guys enjoy this replay because you're gonna soon realize that the fusion turns everything into an Earth type. They're playing Yummy, they have spell cards that search, that are field spells. Naturia Beast deals with them, but the funniest part is they're all Earth monsters, and because they're Earth monsters, they can't be used as link material. So this was like a really funny replay to deal with. The guy was typing to me saying, why can't I link summon? I just simply told him to read Conduction Knight, and I think that's going to be an interaction you're going to see at your locals because, yeah, this is definitely a deck that people do not expect. Now, speaking of what to expect, Linear Magnum, every turn this guy is going to be summoning. If you follow the combo even halfway, you're going to always get this guy in your hand. And here it is, the new TCG exclusive, right? Flux Auction Field. This is cool. This is what they released in Burst Protocol for the deck. It can special a rock from hand or grave on fusion summon, and it's a quick effect bounce for an earth monster you have, a card your opponent has. But I don't think this is 100% optimized just yet. That's something I'm excited to do though. Let's go to the next replay. So this is going to be interesting. We're going to start off with the duo Terry and go for the bonding search. We get to go for the Magna bonding, which can search us Linear Magnum, which is our 1-card starter. There's a lot of 1-card starters in this deck actually, believe it or not, but we can actually play around that because of these like consistency cards like Adamantipator summoning one from deck. You have Magna Warriors that can be summoned from hand, extra normal summons. So all these imperms, these hand traps, they actually don't do anything, and you're going to see why in a moment. The other effect of Magna Warrior is to shuffle 2 of the level 8s. Well, go for a fusion summon because we've dumped both level 8 monsters, and now we have the Magnum, Imperion Magnum, the super conductive battle bot. This might be one of my favorite fusions in Yu-Gi-Oh, and it has an omni-negate effect, which is definitely well deserved thanks to the requirements. The theme of this deck again is like kind of to protect Naturia Beast, and they're gonna go for the blue eyes play here. We get to go for the negate on the blue eyes, so now it doesn't do a board wipe. I believe you can special when a monster is destroyed by battle. And I think they actually made a misplay here, because if they just attacked with the blue eyes instead, then they probably could have played a bit more. So that's probably a misplay on their part. But Alpha the Magna Warrior can also search a level 8 Magna Warrior. We get to go for the Telusrion. We get to go for the Nightmare Phoenix. True Light doesn't have anything to pop, but we can go for the Easy Access Code Toolkar. We kind of know what it is they have face down, and they have no normal blue eyes, so that was an easy game. This is against Branded, so this was one of the decks I think the Plasma Magnum could stop because of the Earth attributes. But let me know in the comments, what decks in the modern meta game could we stop with this? I think Radiant Typhoon could be an option as well with the Wind and Earth, so that could be interesting. But here we go, right? Send a level 8 from deck to grave, which is the brick. Go for the second normal summon, you'll love to see it. We search for the Epsilon, so we could do that, which dumps one and specials a different name from grave. We get to go for the Magna Warrior minus. We get to go for the Gallant Granite. Now it's time for the Adamantipator Researcher, which the more I think about it, I think should be at 1 because it's so easily searchable. There is a Telusrion. We get to go for the Researcher now. We can special summon the level 3. So the field spell is great because if you have a low for lower Earth Rock, you can special a different one from the graveyard. That's pretty strong. And then we get to go for the Alpha, search the level 8 rock. I think we're very close to summoning the battle bot as well. And here we go. And that is a strong board. So I don't know how a Branded player is getting rid of this board, but it's going to be fun watching them do it. So they're going to go for a Branded High Spirits. Naturia Beast is going to stop that. They're going to do a Chainlink 2 Serenade, Chainlink 4 or Virtuous. Now, Naturia Beast isn't even once per chain, so this card really is an auto-win against the majority of decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! You really need a monster-heavy strategy to beat this, or a trap one. And then if they try to do anything, Serenade can stop them. We have the Gorgon, which can stop them as well. And yeah, really convincing replay against Branded. They even go for the Albaz in the end phase, but we're prepared for that with Magnum Battlebot. So yeah, perfect replay, super conductive Battlebot. What a card, and yeah, just an easy OTK now. Okay, so this is a replay against Elvennotes. This one should be pretty exciting. They're going to start off with the Elvennotes Lucina here. They're going to go for the Power Patron, go for the Slitzia, and this is basically the board we have to deal with. We have a double imperms though, so we can actually bait some negations. What's cool here is we have not 1 but 2, maybe 3 engine starters, or just ways to play around the engine. Now what's interesting here is we got to send the plus, and again plus is going to special a Magna Warrior from graveyard. They actually reduced the level of linear, so now it's level 4, but I don't think that matters too much. The beta got added to the hand. I think with the Lucina they're going to go for the Banish under Valkyrion with the Dina. But here's the Adamantipator Research. I think we've gone through most of their disruption. We get to summon the Gamma, and Gamma gets to special one from hand, so even more efficient plays now, right? That's happening. And the crazy Book of Moon onto the Clearing Single Dragon. But this is why I saved this replay, right? Check this out. Adamantipator Dragon gets to reveal the top 5 cards just like Researcher, and for each rock monster a non-target bounce happens. So we've actually completely reset the board. But unfortunately, you know, this is Elvennotes. You can see they have a Fiendsmith Engraver, so I don't know if we're going to win this game. If I remember correctly, this was like a best of 3, I think it was, so we do get a run back and we do get to win. But I still want to show you guys how we broke the board. But yeah, in the end, we couldn't break it fully. Unfortunately, happens here, you're going to see it now, is, yeah, well, there you go. The researcher revealed 0 rock monsters. If we're going to reveal 0 rocks, we might as well not even play the game. So I think we needed at least 1 rock monster there to extend. We could have went for, I think we could have went for quite a few different plays. There's a lot of Magnum Warriors still in the deck. So I think that was basically what made us lose. So we get to go for an Imperium on the Medius. They have a Dina. We get to Imperium the Dina. And from here, they're going to try their best to make some plays. Okay, so now it's our turn. This is the Fiendsmith Elvennotes board. They have a Desiree, but what's important is Linear Magnum is in our hand, so we can go for the beta play. We get to send the plus gets the special, the beta Magnum Warrior. We get to add to hand, which is really important, the minus, and minus gets the quick fusion. We get to summon the Plasma Magnum, which again will search on summon, gets negated by Desiree though, which means these guys are now all their own attributes. We have the Researcher as a quick effect summon or summon from hand extender. We get to send a level 8 to grave, which is actually going to be really important, as you see it summoned here. We get to go for the SP Little Knight. We get to go for the Telusrion, which gets to, I think, pop a monster in the process as well. So that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, we're slowly going to break apart their board now. And the coolest part is we have Nat Beast on board. So it's going to be hard for them to play around this. And I think what they need to do is actually play around. Okay, so they're actually sending the Desiree to grave. So that's interesting. They could have just ran over the Naturia Beast, but the Prosperity's been hit, so that's unfortunate. And right now, yeah, you can see what's happening, right? We're going to go for some very obvious extender plays and basically win this. So I think the Naturia Beast definitely helped us win because they could have found an extender, but Linear Magnum, just being able to send those to grave, special, and force so many disruptions all at the same time is great. It's like Ice Razzle normal. You hate to see it, but you love to resolve it. And this is the new TCG exclusive Flux Oxen Field. This card is actually really strong. It can special a rock from hand or grave on fusion summon. It's very easy to summon, and it's a quick effect bounce by targeting one of your own earth monsters and a card the opponent has, which we're actually resolving right now. And because we bounced a continuous spell, we could stop the effect from specialing from deck, which, you know, helped us secure this game. Conduction Knight going for the win. Let's go to the deck profile. I am definitely going to be playing this a lot post Burst Protocol, but so far we've got 1 Telusrion. This is a card you can search. This is a card you can dump. It's really easy, so definitely a one-of. I wish we could run 10 copies of Linear Magnum. Like, I'm quite surprised that it can send 2 generic Magnet Warriors. Even if you play Crush Ship in this deck as well, the second card you send, or even whatever you send later, can be specialed again. We have 1 of the Sigma Plus, 1 Omega Plus, and 3 minuses. This card I think is really important, but most importantly, you reveal it and then you fusion summon. So you can actually unbrick your hand from the bricky Berserkion, Valkyrion. Now, the only thing I have to say about this deck is there's not a lot of room for, I would say, flexibility or new tech ideas. So if you have any, comment down below. But so far, I've seen Vernisylph, I've seen Pure Magna Warriors, Adamantipator's. I've got some tech cards down here. I'll slowly scroll through them. This is a Link 3 Rock Monster, but unfortunately, it doesn't do enough. You have the G Golem Link Cybers, which could work as well. I know there's a lot of Link plays in this deck. You have the melee card. This can send Glow Up Bow because you play a lot of Earth level 3s. You got the classic Gaia plate, but right now we don't have many rank 8 plays, so I'm not sure about that. This is a really interesting card. You can play this in Adamantipator. I think it's built for the Bastion deck, so you get a second normal summon for an Earth. You can special it from grave, and then you have the Vernisylph monsters. I was messing around with Redox as well. This is like a must in my opinion. Playing Lithosagim and resolving this card is an auto win condition. And so, you know, why I say this is Naturia Beast, having this on the field, you win the game. Dragite resolving, you could win the game going second. Even a Gallant Granite searching Nibiru against a deck that can't beat Nibiru along with your board, you win the game as well. You have the card that turns everything into Earth, and that could win you the game. Something I know we're getting in the new Star deck, Structure deck, is the X-Sabers, and this card is an Earth Synchro strategy. So I think maybe the new X-Sabers could also be played in Magnet Warriors, but I think the ratios here are close to perfect. Personally, I really want to try and run 1 more plus, and one choke point I found is minus can sometimes be engraved, but you really need this in the hand to go for the fusion summon. But you got to remember that the plus can actually add it from grave to hand. You could also go for the Gallant Granite and add the minus as well. So I either think a Nibiru before 5th summon counter is needed for this deck to be one of the best, or another rank 4 engine, which, you know, you can make make Draco Future, you can make the Rizals. I think Rizal is another way to play this deck, and I think Yassine made a video on this, so definitely check out that video. I think one card I would change is probably Adamantipator Researcher. This often gets searched with Granite, which means if we took these out, we could make this deck 41. And I really think one of the strengths of this deck is being able to run more than 12 hand traps super easy. I think you really have to be prepared when playing this deck. It's not easy to play, and it's not going to be easy to win a lot of matches with, so I think it definitely requires a lot of knowledge and practice. Yeah, that's been the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and stay tuned for my Azumina Dark Magician deck coming and my Vanadium White Forest Assault mode. I think that one's going to be interesting, and I'll see you guys in the next one.